Hello and welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Joni Misiak. Today, I have a very, very, very special guest on the show, and it's actually my very first guest since I started this podcast. And it is my 11-year-old daughter, my oldest child, here today on this episode. So I'm so excited. Welcome, Anastasia.
Hello. Thank you for allowing me to be with you.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you. It's such a special moment. So thank you. So today I want to talk with you, Anastasia, about a moment we had where you and I were home on our own because your dad and Jaden were gone to go, I think, swimming lessons, and we just got a whole pile of snow. So I thought, hey, let's get this driveway cleared out because the car is gone, and then this way we can clean it and not have to work around a vehicle. And you were just happy to help me, and we just did it. It was our me time, your mommy me time, right? So we had these moments where, we were excited, right? Mm-hmm. And then, so we did it. We had fun, right?
Yeah.
And I just had this idea that your dad would be excited when he got home. And I was just so excited to see Alex's surprise and just his excited reaction. But then you had a different approach because I was a little upset about my expectations weren't met when your dad got home, right? I was a little disappointed. I'm like, grr, he'd even noticed that the driveway was empty and cleared, and he thought he did it. I'm like, I just shoveled from the road all the way into the driveway. And it was a big deal for me because I took our afternoon together to do it, right?
Yeah.
So do you remember what you said to me instead?
I think I said that, well, I was just doing it to help. Like, the snow's, really, really high, so I was just doing it to clear the driveway. And if no one knows, it's okay, but, I was I didn't have that high of expectations.
Exactly. You weren't living, your expectations were, you didn't have expectations. You did it because you wanted to help, and you knew it was something that needed to get done, and you just wanted to do it. And that was so beautiful. So you doing that really reminded me that sometimes we put expectations way too high, and that these ideas of how other people are going to see what we've done, that I had this idea that your dad would have a different reaction. And then when that didn't happen, I was frustrated about it. And your calm demeanor about why you did it really was right. You just had this moment where I'm like, you know what? You're onto something.
You can't have high expectations all the time, because if you do in life, then well, you're gonna get a lot of people probably won't acknowledge you or notice what you've done and stuff. So it's just way easier to have to do it for you.
Exactly.
And for the people who you love.
Yes.
Not for other people.
And you reminded me so well that day, because I remember just being really frustrated at your dad. And I was like, whoa. And then you're beautiful, calm person, just shared, what you just shared with everybody here. And I was like, right. It just helped me ground myself, right? Because you're right. Expectations, and they can keep us angry at people, or they could just make life more difficult when we have them, especially when we have other people involved, and then they don't meet our expectations, and then we're like, we're frustrated.
Most definitely.
So, is there anything else that you want to talk about? Any other words of wisdom you want to give?
Well, be grateful for your family, because if you didn't have a family, you would live on the streets, and we're not going to go too deep in that conversation, because that's kind of sad and stuff, but at least you have your family. And if you don't have any brothers and sisters, well, maybe get some friends to hang out with you most every day and stuff. But if you do have a brother or sister, at least be grateful for them too, because it gets lonely sometimes without them and stuff. And for other kids that have no brothers and sisters, I think sometimes I feel like it's lonely for other people.
That's so beautiful. Well said. You and Jaden are really beautiful together. You guys are the bestest friends and siblings all rolled in one. It's beautiful. And you're right. When people don't have anybody, and this can be for anything, right? A partner. Like I am lucky to have your dad, but not everybody is in a relationship and have somebody else to lean on. So it's really important to share. Like I love that. Go see if you can make some friends that are similar to you or have interests that are similar to yours or have at least the same kind of outlook on life, so you can kind of talk and lean on each other. Beautiful. Do you want to share anything that's about like being true to you, like showing up for you?
So if you show up to this like camp or something and you really wanted to do it, but none of your friends are doing it, and I mean, all your friends are doing it, but they're doing something else, but you want to do something else. They're doing like a different thing, but you want to do a different thing.
So they're all say they're rock climbing.
Yeah.
But you want to do something else.
Like swimming or something.
Okay. So they're all doing something, but you want to do something else. Okay, I'm with you.
Then like, if you always follow your friends around, then you're technically like copying all their decisions and stuff, and when you have to do it just for you. So pick what you like and like do what you want. Cause like if like your friends do like say like one of your friends is an artist or one of your friends is a baker, then you should go with the job that you want instead of going with the same job that your friends are going, because you might not get another chance for your other job.
Yeah, so follow and be true to you instead of following the crowd.
Yeah.
So picking and making decisions based on what you truly want versus what...
Be you.
Yeah, I love it. I was wearing that shirt yesterday. So, yeah, that's a great idea. Like, I love it. That's so true. I personally have been down that path where I was like, oh, so-and-so's doing this. Oh, I'll do this. And then later on looking back going like, why did I spend so much time doing that? Even though it didn't bring me any joy, it didn't make me happy, but I was hanging with people. So sometimes it's like, well, I want to hang out with this person and that's fine, but it's finding a balance then. So say if one of your friends only likes rock climbing and you only like swimming, or like in a role of an adult, some people like a particular activity and you like a different one, it's finding a compromise, doing both. But I love that. It's like, be you. I love that.
Yeah. There are a lot of pencils in the pencil case, aka the world. So most of the pencils are like upside down or right side up, but you maybe want to be sideways. You could be unique. You could be yourself. It's okay to be different from the other pencils.
Oh, I love that, Anastasia. That's so beautiful. You're so wise. How did you get so wise?
I had someone get me a beard.
Oh, Anastasia, you're also a kidder. Oh, man. Any other words of wisdom you'd like to share?
Like I said, don't follow the crowd, but here's another example. There's like, if every one of your friends is, say, drawing all the same things, but you want to draw something different and they're pushing you to draw the same things as they are, then you just say politely, no thanks, I want to draw my thing. I'm way better at drawing that than what you guys are drawing. So just speak up for yourself,
That's so good. So true.
If you don't speak up for yourself, you don't really have your own opinion, and then you just follow people around everywhere, and you're kind of like, not really a shadow, but kind of just following people around.
That is so true, how we can get lost in other people's beliefs and thoughts, and it can be as simple as drawing, or it can be as big as making life decisions based on other people's ideas of what they should be doing. That's so true.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, Anastasia.
You're welcome.
So, Anastasia, do you happen to have a favorite quote you'd like to share with everyone?
Yes, I believe I do. Never ever underestimate the importance of having fun.
Oh, I love that one. That is such a good reminder.
Yeah.
Because fun is very important in life. And
It
I actually took, for a while there, I forgot. Do you remember when I was starting to do Friday Fun Days and now it just becomes a part of our life again?
That's really fun, yeah.
Yeah, where we used to like put out blankets in the living room and have beach day,
Yeah,
watch Moana.
that was really, really fun.
Yeah. But now we just do lots of other fun things.
Yeah.
So if you are listening and you maybe have forgotten about fun, it's really important to include it. And if you're struggling with even figuring out what fun is, because that was me years ago where I'm like, what? I'm supposed to have fun? How do I do that? I actually had to schedule it in. And now we're just having fun. We goof around all the time in our house and we just have a good time, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just focus on having fun. And, it's just an everyday thing now.
Yeah, it's a big part of life, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And when you're having fun, then you're enjoying life more. And you're talking about being grateful. And when we're having fun, we're in that good vibration. And then we see good things in our life too.
Yeah.
If we're, focused on work all the time or, just going and not enjoying the moments, then those moments are kind of heavy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that comes into the next thing I wanted to say. We have some big feelings in our house, don't we?
Yes.
Like the three of us, Jaden, you and I, we feel things quite a bit on like both levels. Like, so we experience very happy, awesome moments where we get into giggle loops where we're all laughing and crying all at the same time, right?
It's really funny.
Yeah. And at the same time, then we experience things in the middle. And then when we're really having feelings like sad or frustrating, those can also feel really big. Like we feel things on many levels. We're also very empathetic, right? We feel other people. We feel for things like that's why we can't watch a lot of animal movies or things that affect us in different ways that make us feel really almost too much.
I can't watch any like animals fighting, like the Mufasa movie or Lion King even. And like if like an animal gets shot or something, I can't watch those movies. But like I don't like any animal movies fighting or like with weapons that like are near animals. I just don't like that type of movies and shows and stuff like that.
Yeah. So we have big feelings. So I want to get back to where the question, but yes, I love that you're sharing with like how deep our feelings are.
Yeah.
So I can't watch anything where animals are getting hurt because it just breaks my heart too much.
Yeah.
So do you have anything you'd like to share with how do you work through emotions? Because like I said, we got big ones and you and I, we spend a lot of time working together and moving through them, right? So do you have any advice for anybody that might experience big feelings?
First of all, you take a big, deep breath in and out. And a lot of like techniques are finger techniques, but this one is just our family technique. I've only shared it with like one class throughout my school year, but that's about it. I haven't shared it with like anybody else. You put your thumb and pointer finger and you say peace, and then middle finger and thumb begins, and then ring finger and thumb with, and then pinky finger and thumb me.
So peace begins
with me.
Beautiful. I love doing that one too.
And it helps you calm down, I think. Mm-hmm. 'Cause like I know it helps my family sometimes, and another like one that's like in our school is like you have like a mug of coffee or hot chocolate or like tea or something. Take a big deep breath and blow all the hot stuff off of it. And it's like a hot chocolate technique, kind of, or like tea, or like coffee, like whatever drink you want.
So breathing really helps you get more calm and centered.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that so breathing is really good? Is there anything else you do?
I like to draw to calm myself down. Another way to use my anger is like I take like a dull pencil and I do it really, really hard on a piece of paper, and it feels really, really good. I also really like to read about, like, books and stuff. Like, I like to get into somebody else's life instead of mine, and then, like, just take a little break for a second.
So you're really just, in a way, distracting, but you're also pivoting from those big feelings.
Yeah.
Taking a break, and then you come back to it later. Usually you and I then talk about it, right? Because talking through our feelings and what's bothering you is really helpful too, right?
I also like to eat food when I'm mad.
We're not. That's called emotional eating. We're not talking about that today.
Okay, fine.
Comfort food, but talking about. I shouldn't say we're not talking about eating our feelings, but that is a whole different level, right? At least you're mindful that, okay, I'm upset and now I'm eating because I'm upset. So that's really good. Mindfulness is really important too.
I also really like to have something in my hand, like a fidget or something like that, like maybe like slime or like putty or like.
You have this other thing right now. While we're
I
recording.
have like a cute little snowman squishy with me right now because I really like to play with things in my hand. But like if you just want to squeeze all your anger out in like a squishy or something, then or like a stress ball even. Lots of like stores have stress balls and they're really helpful. Stress balls are also good because, like, you can just squeeze them, and no matter how hard they are, like, you don't want to squeeze too tight because you might break it, but, like, you'll just squeeze, like, all your anger out, and it just helps me feel more calmer when I, like, do that.
And how do you feel about feelings? Because you guys you're being brought up in a generation where schools are now sharing, what color are you today? Green, yellow, red, right? You guys are actually talking about feelings. Because when I was growing up, we didn't talk about feelings in school. We didn't talk about feelings with our parents half the time, or at least I didn't. So you're at this unique, beautiful place in life where you guys actually talk about feelings at school. You talk about techniques to move through feelings at school.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on feelings in general? Are they bad? Are they good? Are they middle ground?
I think feelings are fine. I think everyone should have them. I don't think everyone should be happy all the time, smiling all the time, because that just means I secretly think that still means they have feelings. They're just deep down and they're bottling them up and smile and just like putting like a label on something that they're not really sharing.
So they're just pretending.
Yeah.
You want to know something? That was me. I spent in my 20s, I was really following this thing where it's like the law of attraction, pretend that you're happy. Like it was a different thing. I was like, if I pretend that I'm happy, then I'll be happy. And you know what happened? Exactly what you just said. I had things bottling up inside. And then when I had too much, I'd explode over my family because I felt safe around them. And it was just too much. So you're absolutely right. Like people, if you're happy all the time, then the chances are there's something like that. You can still be a very happy person, but there's always feelings happening around us that are not just happy, right? So frustration, anger, those are different feelings, right?
Sad.
Yeah, and those are all things to remind us what happy is, right? Mm-hmm. Do you agree, or am I?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have to agree because I'm your mom.
No, I agree.
Okay.
I agree. There's also, you can't, like, I'm not putting this out there, like, you cannot be sad, but, like, just try and be happy some of the time. Because if you're sad all the time, then you'll miss out on stuff in life. Because I remember a time where my best friend went to Mexico, and it was at a dance, and I was supposed to be happy, but I was really, really disappointed and sad. And so I spent the most of the dance just glooming over like being gloomy over my best friend when I knew she was gonna come back. I just missed her that much, but I missed out on the some of the dances I should have spent with my family, and some of the stuff that like I could have been doing while I was moping over my best friend.
I remember that. I really do feel like you still turned it around. Like, I know you were having a hard time because it was the first dance that you went to that you didn't have your friend there with you, right? Your best friend. And it was just, it hit close to home because you're like, well, now who do I hang out with? And it made you miss her more and things like that. And that's okay to feel those things. I like how you said, well, I should have been having fun, right? But you were feeling things, and it's okay to feel those things, right? So is there anything that you learned that, okay, maybe move through those feelings sooner or pivot so you can have fun, right? But you know what I always say, we can't go back in time and change it. We just need to learn from it. So I love that you're sharing that moment here with us, because you're right. We can get lost in the like heavy feelings of loss or frustration, or just something's lacking or missing, and then we miss out on what's actually in front of us in that moment. So do you remember it all? I know it was a couple of years ago now. Do you remember what happened to turn it around? I remember goofing around and being really silly around you, like dancing like crazy, like going insane. Like I felt really like I was like like I was just dancing around you like crazy. And if you don't remember, that's okay.
I know that we can't go back in time, but I just wanted to be happy. It was a dance with my family. It's supposed to be about me having some fun. Like I would totally understand if my best friend was glooming over me and if I went to Mexico, but oh.
You lost your train of thought?
Yes,
it's
and
okay.
I don't have any train of thought.
It's okay. So you remember how I was saying I was dancing around you like crazy, and I know it was a couple years ago, like I said, so I don't, like, it's hard to sometimes remember those moments of what changed it around, but I do remember you started dancing with my friend and myself, right? And then Jaden, you got connected to Jaden, and like, I think we have a picture of you two very sweaty that day. So it all turned itself around at some point. I remember the very first dance we went to as a family, and the noise, it was almost like overwhelm, right? Because we do feel a lot. Yeah. We don't like a lot of stimulation all at once. We don't love big crowds, and it was everything we're not a big fan of. So it was learning how to survive and how to thrive in those environments, right?
Yeah.
So then you had this thing where your friend wasn't there. And then so it was very, very disappointing and frustrating. But it did turn around. It was later in the evening, but you still turned it around. The most important thing to do when these things happen in life, because they do happen, right, is, okay, so you did miss most of the dance. And it was a bummer, but like I still tried to include you. But it's learning from it. I've had moments where I'm like, man, I wasted a whole day or afternoon. You've been there, right, when I've been feeling really down. And then I'm like, man, there goes a whole weekend that I could have spent with you and Jaden and your dad. And I beat myself up. But the moment we beat ourselves up, then we lose out on those next moments, right? We have to remember, right, okay, that happened. I can't change that. But what I can do is start to change my mindset now so I can look into this moment and beyond in a new light, right? And that's what you did.
Yeah.
And then I think you had another dance since then, and it was much better. You found new friends to hang out with. You had a different mindset going in.
And like you said, we can't go back in time. We can't go back in time in a time machine or teleport back in time or something like that. We just gotta live in the moment. We gotta be present.
The moment's all we got.
Yeah. We
can't go back. We can't change.
But we can predict our future.
Or at least, maybe not predict it, but we can ground ourselves in the present so we can be, ourselves and in a lovingly move into the future.
Yeah, right? like almost like get ready for the future.
Exactly. These moments in life that aren't great, that are upsetting and frustrating, are actually moments, mini little lessons or big lessons sometimes, that have us learn so we can do differently in the future, right? So it's in these lessons of life that we really do learn a lot about ourselves, about others around us, and life in general, right? Is there any big aha moments that you've learned in life? I know I'm putting you on the spot now, and things that were like, wow, I learned something big from that, or some kind of big takeaway other than the dance, because that was a big life lesson too.
I feel like whenever you and Dad are fighting, that it's just like we have to learn. Like in TV shows, you normally see like the mom and dad are so kissy and like so like emotionally together that you sometimes don't see that parents can fight. Parents have emotions too. They're not robot parents. So like,
I know we try very hard to make up in front of you too, so you see all of it. It can be tricky though, right? Because life is always happening. Your dad and I were mentioning how, it would just be nice to just have time to figure it out. But life is fully constantly moving, and we have to be moving and figuring it out all. Like, it's dynamic. It's a dynamic movement through life, and it's just constantly flowing, and we gotta kind of find our flow as a couple, and parents, and our individual selves too. So I don't love that we fight, but it does happen. You're right. We are humans, and we have emotions too.
Yeah, and like, I mean, like, I knew what life isn't perfect, but like some people might not, because they literally zone into the TV most of the time, and so like they only know what it is from TV.
Well, we do watch a lot of Hallmark movies in this house too, right?
Yeah.
And everything's pretty perfect.
Like,
everybody has the perfect clothes, the perfect house, and then there's a little hiccup, and then everything perfectly gets solved again, and the perfect kiss at the end.
Especially One Calls the Heart. That's like they're so perfect together.
But they do have like some struggles in the middle. But you're right. Like,
but that's about it.
You're right. But yes, you're right. TV does give us this outlook, or books like you're reading.
Yeah.
They really do show things. So it's not comparing our lives to books or TV shows and characters, because then we're going to feel like we're lacking something in our own lives. And that's with comparing ourselves with others too.
It feels like we're not enough. Like we're not perfect. We're not like my favorite character in like a TV show or a book or like a movie or something.
Yeah. And what is like perfect anyways, right?
Well, there's no such thing as perfect.
Exactly. We all have our own definitions of what a perfect life looks like. A perfect house, a perfect day, a perfect whatever it is, right? So what did we say in this house? Do you remember?
Practice makes better instead of practice makes perfect, because practice can make you better, but it doesn't make you perfect, because perfect would be like you draw like a wonky square, and then you practice like a bunch of times, and then you get better. If you keep getting better and better, then maybe you'll get perfect, but like you don't get it after practice.
But we also because I just said like practice, or sorry, and I how I was saying how there is like everybody's definition of perfect is different too. So it's like it's comparing yourself to somebody else's perfect, and that's not good either. It's using your own yardstick for measuring your life, not somebody else's, right? So it's as you improve, it's looking at how you improve, not like how you're improving to others.
Or copying someone's paper. Like don't again with the copying, don't copy someone's like perfection of life and stuff like that.
So true.
Also, nobody in this world has a perfect life. That's for sure. Not even rich people.
No, and like I said in a different episode that's coming out about social media, it's like we only put our perfect days out on social media, or our big moments, and it doesn't show all the struggles and the craziness. And honestly, my knee-jerk reaction when you were talking about us fighting, your dad and I wanted to stop the conversation. But then that wouldn't allow it to be real. And I'm so about real and authentic here. And we need to share these moments that are not perfect, that don't feel good, that are uncomfortable. Because in life, some things are uncomfortable. Getting out of your comfort zone, doing things. Like, you get out of your comfort zone is like walking you through those moments sometimes is quite something else.
Oh my gosh, it was so hard the first time I went rock climbing. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Look at that. I can't do it. But like, everything was okay. Like, I was in a harness. I was safe. I even made it to the top 6 times. Mm-hmm. So that was like, wow. And it was my first time and stuff. But like, it can be scary sometimes.
Yeah. Getting out of your comfort zone definitely can be scary.
Especially if it's with like a big group. I know the first time I went to like YMCA camp, it was kind of scary because like I didn't know anyone except my brother and except my friend too, and my friend that has another friend.
You had a few friends,
yeah,
but you didn't know at the time either that they were going to be there till you showed up. So yes, getting out of our comfort zones, they don't feel good. It feels scary and overwhelming at times, but
once
getting to
you
the
get
other
it
side,
done, then it feels a bit better.
We're not meant to not feel fear. We're meant to see the fear, feel the fear, and then lovingly move through the fear. Or maybe not lovingly, just like kind of shove our way through the fear and then get to the other side going, oh, that wasn't so bad after all. What was I thinking about? Like,
and then you could do it again if you have another opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah.
Because that's what we do if we like it.
So how does it feel moving through or getting out of your comfort zone?
It feels okay. It's a bit scary, but I know when I made some friends at camp and stuff, it wasn't scary anymore. It was just usual and like I got used to it and stuff, so I wasn't so scared and overwhelmed anymore.
Awesome. It's so good, isn't it? You go through a lot. You move through a lot of comfort zones a lot because there's a lot going on. You're at an age where there's new things over and over. Soon you'll be moving to a new school and doing things, and you're constantly learning new things. So at your age right now, that is like a thing. And I feel, now I could be wrong, but the more you do something, and so for example, the more you go and move out of your comfort zone, the less scary it feels because you're like, okay, I've done this already. Mm-hmm. I did this and it wasn't such a, it didn't feel as big of a deal as it did in my head. Right?
That is really true. But other people have a harder time too. Like, I'm still just a tiny bit scared of going to the spring fling. I'm probably not gonna go alone, but it still is scary because it's like the high school. So like, luckily, like I've been there before, but it's still kind of scary knowing that I'll be in high school after next year. Mm-hmm. So it's just a bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Do you have any techniques that you want to share about moving through that like we talk a lot. That's one of the biggest things that we talk and we share, and I support you in whatever way I can.
That helps me feel a lot better usually.
Mm-hmm. Also, talking out things definitely helps.
Talking to my brother, screaming at a pillow.
So I chuckle because like it's so true though. We do need to scream into a pillow sometimes. Sometimes we just need to happen. It needs to happen.
I really like to talk to someone though. Luckily, the high school does have a counselor. And get this, it's one of my friend's moms. Well, that's one of the counselors. There's also another one, but yeah.
Awesome.
So, anyways.
Okay, well, maybe we should wrap this up.
Yeah, we should
wrap it up. Is there any last words you want to leave the listeners?
Be brave and be, like, ready to try new things, you know?
Oh, I love that. Try new things.
There's also a song. You should look it up.
What song
It's called Try New Things. It's a really good Zootopia song.
Oh, Try Everything.
Oh, Try Everything, I mean.
Yeah, from Zootopia. And it's Shakira, right?
Yes,
Sings that?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Try Everything. That's a good song. We used to play that a lot when we were,
It's a really good song.
Yeah, love it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, Anastasia. I'm so grateful that you took the time that, we would spend together and actually do this episode with me. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I am so grateful to be here right now, and I wanted to take up this time.
Aw.
So.
Well, thank you. I love you, hon.
I love you too. Mwah.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here. We are so grateful that you're here listening all the way to the end. We hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now.
Bye.